she came home.
Carlyle's lost an empire. You fall hard enough, you tend to be reminded of what truly matters. So, the end of the line. You ready for this?
Are you? Who will you be, without a score to settle?
I guess the world's most wanted fugitive will have to do.
Alexa Carlyle is dead. According to the funeral invitation, that is. So naturally, it caused quite a stir when the late matriarch turned up at the breakfast table, alive and kicking. Carlyle, wisely sensing that her number is up, has emerged from exile to tie up loose ends and secure the Carlyle legacy. She may be a monster, but you have to admire her due diligence. Carlyle descends from an ancient line of warrior aristocrats. Her great-grandfather made a killing in the Second Opium War and established an empire in shipping, railroads, and newspaper publishing. While largely unknown to the public, the family still asserts its quiet dominance over global transport and logistics, media, and technology. Most senior of the partners, Alexa Carlyle, is cold as ice, tough as nails, and sharp as a razor. Incidentally, it was her late father who first brought the three families together after the end of World War II at this very house, meaning that this gentleman is the birthplace of Providence.
It began here, and it ends here. Talk about poetic.
One more thing. According to our intel, Carlyle keeps a case file on the Constant. Information that may be helpful in his recapture, so don't leave the estate without it.
Right. Happy hunting, 47. See you on the other side.
Thornbridge Manor. The Carlyle family's home for countless generations. The Revenant Alexa Carlyle and her 3 adult children, younger brother Zachary, grandson, and daughter-in-law, are all gathered to conduct Carlyle's sham funeral. Curiously, Carlyle summoned a famous London PI soon after arriving this morning, but his purpose at Thornbridge is yet unclear. Now, the target knows that you're coming, and her guard detail is top-notch. So Mr. Gray will secure their nearby field HQ and intercept all calls going in and out of the estate. Any appeal for backup is going to fall on very deaf ears. Good luck, gentlemen.
Private area, sir. Phineas Whitmer, private investigator. I have an appointment with Madame Carlyle. Please wait.
Mr. Whitmer is here to see Madame Carlyle. You can go right in.
That is Phineas Whitmer, the famous private investigator hired by Madame Carlyle this morning. I'm curious why he's here. Maybe you should do some detecting yourself, 47. A famous private investigator summoned by Alexa Carlyle has arrived at Thornbridge Manor. If you take his place, it may be an opportunity to get close to Madame Carlyle.
here. Can I take you to Madame Carlyle?
Please do.
Follow me.
Are you guys planning to give the whole grounds an overhaul?
Yes, there's so much to do before the funeral tomorrow.
Say funeral? It's absolutely bonkers.
Preparing for Madame's funeral, and then she turns up alive. But then the awful business with her brother Zachary, and all this security. I've never seen a place guarded like this. Matt. And I dare say I don't like it at all.
Are you washing Patrick's car again, Lawrence?
Yeah, he was worried about the birds in his windshield.
Well, it looks very clean to me. Did after you washed it the first time, actually.
Sir, I just need to check.
That's a bit excessive, I think, considering the fact that I spotted no less than 2 routes to get inside the house unseen.
We know what we're doing, sir. Don't worry about that.
What? I'll get to the bottom of this.
Good, I totally understand.
Nice.
Did you give the Fitzpatrick token to Madame Carlyle's daughter?
Rebecca? Yes. She's insistent, that one. She kept asking all kinds of questions. Who had the other one? Why I gave it to her, that sort of thing. You did make sure she didn't see you give the other one to the butler?
Oh, of course.
Hey there, big guy.
if you find out that the vote was notarized, how the hell did that happen? No? You find it. I gave it to him in person. He says he got it notarized the very same day. Right, listen. You go to their office and ask for Cheryl. She's the best they've got. Tell her you want to see the records. Don't take no for an answer. And call me as soon as you've got them. Thanks, Phil. We'll get to the bottom of this. Gregory, something's off.
Pruitt got word his motion was rejected. We all signed the bloody thing 4 days ago.
Oh, dear God, not this again.
So I got told to then it's finalized, but then how can it be withdrawn?
Just wait a few days. I'm sure it'll sort itself out.
You always said by example, rather than my words, lead as gesture.
No, no! Oh!
Ah! Hey, need some help here. Please, go get some help. There's a psycho on the loose.
Bad news, I'm afraid. We
Hey,
don't have any...
hello? What am I, chopped liver? Oh, forget it.
No power, no work.
Don't just stand there, do something!
If you're dressed like a Detective 47, you might as well act the detective. I suggest you go talk to the butler.
Stand back, please. I will investigate. Got someone on the ground. Tango has to be near.
Looking good, man. Looking good.
Mr. Whitmer, are you ready to inspect the crime scene now?
I am.
Very well. If you'll follow me, sir.
How are you?
I feel obliged to point out that current affairs surrounding Madame Carlyle are of a delicate nature. You may be familiar with the recent announcement of her death. You will probably learn that a staged funeral is scheduled to take place tomorrow. Madame's children were not informed until this morning that their mother was in fact not dead at all. So please bear with them if they seem affected by the rather unusual situation. I trust I do not need to remind you that there will be consequences if word gets out that Madame Carlyle is still alive.
I'll consider her dead when I leave.
Before you inspect the crime scene, I will tell you this. The case concerns the death of Mr. Zachary, Madame Carlyle's younger brother. He was found dead in his bed this morning. The door was locked from the inside, and a suicide letter was found in his room. However, Madame Carlyle suspects foul play and will not accept that he took his own life. I've prepared some information for you, so please do come and see me when you've finished your investigation of the crime scene. This is Mr. Zachary's room, to my right.
A locked room murder mystery, 47. I trust you'll get to the bottom of this. Why don't you use your camera to scan the dead body, 47?
Throat markings indicate a rare, short-lived plant poison killed him. Spread shows time of death at around 10 o'clock last night.
You do know your poisons, 47.
A hidden door.
It's a secret passage. This could explain how the door was locked from the inside. A photocopy of the floor plan. Somebody's been researching the secret ins and outs of Thornbridge Manor. I'm sure there's more to find in Zachary's room. Zachary was shopping for new Wellingtons last night. Not exactly what you would expect from someone suicidal. Zachary's suicide note. Also, a sample of handwriting. It could be relevant to compare to other samples to establish its authenticity. I believe you've done a thorough search of the crime scene, 47. Maybe it's time to see the butler. I'm curious about the information he's prepared for you.
Hello, sir.
How's everything coming along, Elaine?
Very well, Mr. Ferguson.
Make sure you focus on your work.
I will.
I don't need one more maid crying in the kitchen. So watch yourself around young Mr. Patrick.
Don't worry about me.
Mr. Fernsby, I'm done with the crime scene.
Did you establish a time of death?
Zachary died around 10 o'clock last night.
Well, that means the staff were off duty. And Madame Carlyle and her security didn't arrive until this morning. That leaves Madame's family and myself as the only persons here when he died. And before you ask, no, I do not have an alibi. I was alone in my office at the time of death. Here's the material that I prepared for you. It's a list of the possible suspects and their quarters. Hopefully that will help you keep track of your findings. Please come and see me when you've solved the case, and I will take you to Madame Carlyle.
This is very useful information, 47.
Patrick,
So how does one solve a murder mystery, 47? Motive, means, and opportunity, I believe. May I suggest you ask the suspects for alibis? Or perhaps you prefer searching the manor for clues first?
I said speed up time, not my passing. Now just go away, will you?
Of course, sir. I'll come back later.
Why are you all up in my
On
face,
top of
mister?
things, Elaine,
Please,
Mr. Fernsby.
behave.
Coming along just fine.
I trust Mr. Patrick is not interfering with your work. We need everything ready for tomorrow.
He's just bored.
Patrick Carlyle,
I can work while we talk.
can you tell me
Just
where
leave
you
it
were
at talk.
yesterday evening?
Patrick is not
It's that sneaky butler, isn't it?
I'm
He
fine.
ratted me out.
Thanks for checking in.
Elaine, give us some privacy, would you? Don't tell Mother, okay? She's really tense these days, and the last thing I need is more hassle. I took that pretty blonde, Rosie, for an evening stroll. I mean, how the fuck am I expected to cope for an entire weekend in this shithole? I'm bored out of my mind. So, is that it?
What did you think of Zachary?
Creepy as hell. No ambition. Imagine deciding to live in a museum. You know, Father says Zachary and Alexei used to be two of a kind. He had a great future ahead of him. Then suddenly, he just gave up everything. What an idiot. Thank God Daddy chose looks and brains over pedigree when he married Mummy. I don't have to worry about the inbreeding so customary in these circles. If that's all, I think I'll get back to my slow death by boredom.
Did you see anything suspicious last night?
No. I reckon Zachary topped himself. I know I would have. Or perhaps Mr. Fernsby. I don't like him. He could have done it.
Professor Edward Carlyle, can you tell me your whereabouts for last night?
Oh, yes, this dreadful business with Zachary. I stay at the local inn. You see, I prefer not to spend the night here at Thornbridge Manor. My brother Gregory came along for a nightcap. He'd never admit it, but I think he understands that I find this whole thing upsetting and wanted to provide some comfort. I believe we went to the Stag's Head around 8:30. Anything else I can do to help?
Can you tell me about Zachary's behavior last night?
I certainly didn't expect him to commit suicide. Sure, he was upset by Mother's supposed death. We were. But he seemed more engaged than usual. You should ask Rebecca. They had a long talk. Did you know that he hadn't left Thornbridge Manor in nearly 50 years? His plants, Mother, and the staff, all the company he had. If that's all, I have a speech to write.
Did you notice anything else out of the ordinary?
You mean apart from the fact that we came here to bury our mother and she shows up alive and kicking? Zachary found dead in his bed this morning? Or perhaps that the planned funeral is still taking place and I have to do the eulogy? And Mother will surely have a strong opinion on it afterwards. I can't breathe. Excuse me. Yes, hi, Cassie. It's me again, Edward. I know I'm not supposed to leave you messages, and this is the last time, I promise. It's just, I don't know how to handle this whole situation. I don't think I can. I can't believe it. The lights are not working properly. This flicker thing again. You can't tell anyone. But the thing is, I've been asked to perform the eulogy at the funeral event tomorrow. I know it sounds so unbelievable. But even though Mother is still alive, we still have to go through with the funeral. I have to write the eulogy. I don't think I can. She will definitely want to read it, and no matter what I just know she'll be disappointed in me. Oh, sorry, gotta run, sorry. I have to write the eulogy. I don't think I can. She will definitely want to read it, and no matter what I just know she'll be disappointed in me. Go ahead. My legs are very sore. I'm sorry. I know. I'll hang up.
Did you want to check on that undertaker in charge of the funeral? I got word he's upset with Madame Carlyle.
I did, sir. It all checked out. Yo, Anne, what's up?
Hostage negotiations. I can.
No,
Sorry,
you
but I
should
think
probably,
Right.
Yeah.
That door leads to Emma and Gregory's room.
Don't be stupid. Stop acting like you're 15. You're a grown woman.
Now this is interesting, 47. A letter from Emma's mother stating that Emma is the illegitimate child of Alexa's late older brother, Montgomery. And listen to this. She claims to have witnessed Alexa and Zachary murder him. The plot thickens. A keychain pendant for the greenhouse. What's that doing in Emma and Gregory's room, I wonder? And why is the key missing?
Of interesting stories.
I actually...
So
I should let you go.
Yeah, same.
That American lawyer in the small office, did you check his travel documents? Everything's in order?
That is the door to Rebecca's room.
Excuse me, sir. There's a limited access to this area at the moment, so I can't let you through. I can see from the log that Rebecca was in a conference call from 9 p.m. to midnight last night.
Junior calling from Morgan, Yates & Cohn. I need to get a listing of asset transfers from the Carlisle account HTC number 5085. No, I need it immediately. Yes, I'll hold. Yes, I'm still here. It doesn't exist. What do you mean it doesn't exist? Right. I'll double check and get back to you.
This all confirms that Arthur Edwards stole everything from Madame Carlisle. Perhaps you should let her know how bad it is, 47.
What's the verdict, Mr. Ford? Undoubtedly, some of my assets must be safe.
No. Everything is gone.
Thornbridge Manor,
Hey,
surely.
it's me.
That too.
Senator Wool down here.
That's not possible.
Something's going on, and I don't like it.
I'll kill him, I swear, if it's the last thing I do. Thank you, Mr. Ford. That will be all.
That's Madame Carlyle taken care of. Time to get the file on Arthur Edwards.
What's the verdict, Mr. Ford? Undoubtedly, some of my assets must be safe.
No. Everything is gone.
Thornbridge Manor, surely.
Me.
That too.
Can't really explain.
That's
but
not possible.
You sent someone down? We need to do a quick check. Over.
I'll kill him, I swear, if it's the last thing I do. Thank you, Mr. Ford. That will be all.
Gregory Carlyle, can you tell me where you were yesterday evening?
Oh, you're wondering about my alibi, Mr. Detective. Well, I left Thornbridge around 8:30 for a pint with Edward.
Let's get started.
I wish I hadn't.
I want to keep
Quiz
this
night
short.
at the inn.
I know you have a lot of
On the other hand,
questions.
staying here with
Some I will
Zachary,
answer
my
now. The
obnoxious
rest
sister,
will have
and
to
the
wait.
wife sporting another one of her headaches would have been
Zachary's
fate worse
sudden
than
death is a great tragedy,
the
but
short of
also
it,
a great
Zachary was very
inconvenience,
much
as it happened
alive
just
when
now.
we left.
I'm dealing
I
with the
stayed for the
situation
last
in a
shout, and I was
discreet and
back
efficient
here
way, and I
just before
expect your
midnight.
cooperation
Is that
in
all?
all related matters.
Not very thorough,
Second,
are you?
The arranged
Tell me about
funeral
Zachary.
event tomorrow
Zach?
will take place
Such a
as
sad
planned.
old sod.
No one
A bit
can
heavy on
know
the
that
bottle.
I am still
But who
alive.
blame him?
I expect
Only
you all
company
to
he
act
had
your
was his
part.
rare plants
Last,
and mother,
as you all
who
know,
travels more than she
I have a
stays
lot on
here.
my plate and need
Honestly,
to
I can't
focus on
say which is the
sorting
bigger
everything
bore.
out. So please,
He's better off
do
dead.
not disturb me
Anything
with your
else you
petty
want to pry
concerns.
from my intricate
You are all
intellect?
adults, and as part of the elite, you will eventually have
Anything
to deal
else
with
you'd like
difficult
to tell me?
situations
Nothing
like this.
really. I'm
It
just
comes
enjoying
late
the
for most of
show.
you, but this is a
Our
chance for you to
perfect
show
mother
what you are
obviously
made of.
fucked up, didn't
That
she?
will be
Faking
all.
her own death. You know, she's explained nothing to us. I think she's scared to own up to her own mistake.
Rebecca Carlyle,
What an exit.
can you tell me
Go
about
back, got
yesterday
style.
evening?
We don't really see
Show
much of
what
each
you're
other,
made
my
of.
brothers and I. I suppose it takes our mother's funeral to bring us together,
This
and
is your
even then, it's not
chance.
like we
Oh,
sit on
God.
each other's laps.
I have to finish
Now,
that
let's
eulogy.
see.
What's up, Dad? Are we meeting?
Patrick,
Your
Gregory's
grandmother's
son,
not here. and
disappeared
she's
straight
the
after
only
dinner.
one allowed to call family
You know,
meetings.
I think he might
No
be in
idea
some
who
sort of
rang the
trouble.
bell.
Edward wanted to go as well, but Gregory convinced him to stay for a few drinks before they went off for a pint at the local at 8:45. I swear Gregory enjoys Edward's discomfort over staying here. I had a conference call with my New York office at 9, so I spent 3 hours on my laptop in my room and went straight to bed afterwards. I don't know about Emma. She did act a bit strange. You know, I bet she was making lists for changes needing to be done once she gets her hands on Thornbridge Manor. Quite the shock she had when Mother arrived during breakfast. Is there anything else you want to ask me?
Tell me about Zachary. Did he act strange last night?
You know, now you mention it, he was a lot more chatty than usual. He wanted to know about my connections in the publishing business. Apparently, a friend of his is writing a book, which strikes me as very peculiar. I didn't think he had any friends. Is that everything, Mr. Whitmer?
Anything else you feel like mentioning?
I may be wrong, but I saw Mr. Fernsby, the butler, leave Zachary's room early this afternoon. And he seemed a bit startled when he saw me in the hallway. It's probably nothing. Oh, and one more thing. Please be kind to Edward. He can only take so much. Is there anything else you want to
my
ask?
perfect mother. Who would have thought? You fucked up, didn't you? Staging your own death? A major, grandiose cock-up, I'd say.
Be quiet, Gregory.
Well, it shows you're only human.
Yeah,
after
hey, bro.
all. I never would have guessed.
Can you just stand up, please? Hey, she's single, right? Maybe I should ask her out. Get to know her in a personal way.
You could try. Rosie told me Rebecca has a really cool saying, though. It takes a damn fine man to replace no man at all. So you've got your work cut out for you if you do try. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to imply that you're not fine. You're definitely fine. I mean, that's how it's fine.
I don't believe for a second that Zachary committed suicide. You'd only just run through his plan for 3 seasons yesterday.
You startled me. His sister was
I'd say worried about how things would be handled with Gregory and Emma taking over. I said they let him stay for the time, but Ethel was sure Emma would throw him out the first chance she got.
I'll be outside.
Now we'll never know.
Oh my. You're taking this hard, aren't you?
Emma Carlyle, can you tell me where you were yesterday evening?
Surely I'm not a suspect.
I need to account for everyone.
Well, I spent the evening with my family, but I got an awful migraine and had to take to bed. Everyone can attest to that. I believe I went up when the boys sat down for a drink around 8 o'clock. Is that all?
How did you feel about Zachary?
I might as well be honest. His presence was always awkward. How do you have a meaningful conversation with a man who only cares about plants?
It's such a shock to all of us.
In my opinion, Alexa bears some responsibility for how this ended. She supported his self-limiting behavior by letting him live here. Anything else you want?
Have you noticed anything else out of the ordinary?
Nothing special comes to mind. Except, perhaps, I did get a feeling that Zachary was depressed, not just sad. I suppose he realized that he had no one with Alexa gone. Even Alexa must feel the pangs of guilt over that one, letting him believe she was dead. Then again, guilt isn't her strong suit.
Now Zachary won't get to see the rhododendron periginium blossom. They were his favorites.
Oh, come on, Oliver. I understand why you're so upset.
Broken lab equipment. It looks like it was recently used, though.
This is a table showing lethal dosages for the poison used to kill Zachary.
Something is circled, 47. Female, age 65 to 79, 60 to 64 kilograms. I'd say Madame Carlyle is next in line for a poisoning. You have uncovered enough evidence to tell Madame Carlyle that Emma is the murderer. Quite the detective, 47. I'm impressed. I suggest you go tell Mr. Fernsby. Unless you think there are more secrets to uncover.
It feels like I can't breathe in there. The tension is off the charts.
Everything needs to be ready for the funeral. It needs to look good for the family portrait.
I can feel that pressure, too. Can you please sit down again?
Yes.
If I could just think of something interesting to say during the shoot to grab Rebecca's attention. I had planned to offer her comfort, but now that Madame Carlyle isn't dead after all, I know we're not supposed to talk about it, but what's that whole thing about, anyway?
Oh, my lips are sealed. Not that I know anything. And you better keep your mouth shut, too, if you know what's good for you.
I'd really appreciate it if you left.
Why waste away in front of the books?
I'm ready to present my conclusion to Madame Carlyle.
Very well. If you'll follow me, sir.
You and me both. Greetings, sir.
This is Madame Carlyle's office. Please step inside.
Graveyard, trophy room, and the office safe is hidden behind a portrait with a secret mechanism for uncovering it. It's got real soul. Both on here? Yep.
Your detective skills have gained you access to the Lion's Den, 47. Now, go claim your reward. A safe in Madame Carlyle's office. I bet that's where she keeps the file on Arthur Edwards.
So, Mr. Whitmer, you've reached a conclusion. Take a seat. Please, go ahead.
Your niece, Emma Carlyle, murdered your brother Zachary.
My niece? Emma is not my niece. She's my daughter-in-law.
And your niece. Emma is the illegitimate child of your late older brother Montgomery, who you and Zachary killed 46 years ago.
That's preposterous.
You asked me to find out what happened to Zachary. Would you rather not know?
No. No, go on.
I found a letter from Emma's mother, Jane, who was the fiancée of your older brother at the time of his death. She witnessed how you and Zachary pushed him off the balcony. She believed you did it to steal the Carlyle empire from her and her unborn child. And she raised Emma to reclaim what she lost. Marry your heir, Gregory, get revenge, and secure the Carlyle empire for her bloodline generations to come.
Emma is the daughter of Montgomery and that local girl, Jane.
She is.
Well, the girl got it wrong. I didn't steal anything. I did what was necessary to protect the future of the Carlyles. Montgomery wasn't cut out to take over from father. All heart and no balls.
Emma used the funeral gathering to speed up her installment as the lady of the house, seizing the opportunity to stage Zachary's suicide. She did her homework, used a poison made from one of Zachary's rare plants, found old floor plans from Thornbridge Manor to gain access to his room through a secret passage.
That scheming bitch.
More than you think. I found proof that she will try to poison you next.
Well, I'll have to take care of that. Thank you, Mr. Whitmer. You have not disappointed. I promised you I would reward you generously if you solved the case. So, what do you suggest?
I want the file you have on Arthur Edwards.
Edwards, the constant. But how do you... Oh, I see. I expected you might show up. But to kill me, not help me. But I've been wrong on so many things lately, so why not this one? I will give you the file on Edwards. You've earned it. I don't suppose I could convince you to deal with my daughter-in-law now you're here. I would like to see her dead. No? What a shame. I'll have to see to it some other way then. The file you want is in the safe. God, I hope you get Edward.
Sir.
And make him hurt.
Good work, 47. That's the file on Arthur Edwards secured. Time to take care of Madame Carlyle.
God, I hope you get Edwards and make him hurt. I need some privacy.
Just keep
Thank
calm.
Huh?
Mission complete. Well done, 47.
They're everywhere. Go, get out! It's the Constantine. Shit! Don't respond, just listen. Diana can't help you now. You need to find Olivia. She will know what to do. I wish there had been more time.
And then there were none. Thank you, Miss Burnwood. Now, it's my turn.
Stay down. Boss wants you alive.
Yeah? How about now?
Over here! Cover me!
Walk away!
Or what? You gonna take us all on?
Don't. Tell the Constant to start running!
You think you've won? 47 is out there. And 47 never misses his mark.
Neither do you, Miss Burnwood. That's what makes you valuable.
You're delusional. You think I would betray 47?
Trust me, you owe him nothing.
What is this?
I told you we could help each other, and I meant it. I look forward to your call.
Gray is gone. Go to Berlin and stay out of sight. We're all that's left now.